Hey, it says I'm live. Cool. What's wrong with this camera? Really wish I knew. It's lighting. Something's wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, does that help? A little bit? No, not really. Bring it down a little. I don't know. But hey, I'm live here, everybody. Ooh, that is just not better. I don't know what to tell y'all. That is even worse. I don't know. Anyways, you might be asking yourselves, why the hell is he live right now? It's 10:43 on a Monday. Well, you sorry sacks of shit. I'm uh, I'm off right now, fixing to head out the door for a little bit of some more internship in the radio world. But I figure I'd grant you guys with a nice little Monday visit. Let me get this light on. Oh, of course, it's in my son's room and it doesn't work. Shocker. Yeah, I'm in my son's room because, I don't know, a couple of, well, Ray, I was a couple. Ray is feeling a little bit under the weather. So I'm in my son's bedroom um, doing the podcast, going live. Anyways, wanted to give you guys a little, Monday morning, here we come. Baseball. Baseball is literally 3 days away from opening day. I'm excited, obviously. Super excited about this weekend because baseball is back for us too, baby. Going to the Braves game on Saturday. It is supposed to be 54 degrees for the high. Holy shit. Yeah. Super excited about that, though. I also have, just want to throw this out there. I have another desire to go to Tropicana Field. I know I've heard it's shitty and all this, but I have a dream, and that dream is to visit every ballpark before I kick rocks or die. Anyways, so I wanted to give us a little bit of a recap. We just had our draft. Can I go ahead and say, welcome back, baseball? It went off without a little bit of a hitch. I believe we had one participant in the class that did not really participate, but Reader did still draft a pretty good team. And I would like to welcome for his first, he just got his cherry popped. I don't know what the fuck that was. Anyways, he just got his cherry popped. Old Scott Pokenis. Um, yeah, Shane is building up his little minion army. But I gotta say, Scott, he won the day. I mean, I guess if you can call it winning the day. At the end of it all, 25 rounds, Scott, you were deemed by Yahoo standards to be numero uno in terms of just drafting the best team and best players. So, yay, congratulations. Everybody's already probably very aware that moves have already been made, and every move that is made before, if I'm saying this correctly, before opening day and before rosters get obviously locked into place on Thursday, these moves do not count. Now, couple of big things before I get into the recap of the draft. Not big things, but just topics of discussion. Number one, who's going to make the first trade? I know what you guys are thinking. This motherfucker is going to be making the first trade. I don't know. I don't think so. And honestly, I kind of have a new mindset, but I'm not going to let you guys in on that. How about that shit? I don't know what this light is doing. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what my camera's doing. At least the camera's working because it froze on me during the draft. Not that I really needed to be, whatever on the draft, but moving forward. So, who's going to be the first draft? Another topic of discussion. Who's going to be the first big injured player? Who's going to just be like, Mother of Christ, this ruined my season? I don't know what the hell's going to happen. Speaking of which, I put at the top of my page, aren't we glad we waited? Now, I say that, but then the people that were injured before we did our draft, some people really just didn't give two shits about because they're like, yeah, whatever. Jacob DeGrom's going to be out 4 weeks. It doesn't matter. I'll just build my team around that. Hold that thought, by the way. And Max Scherzer. He got drafted too. A little hammy, but no big deal. Max, in his dueling eye colors, it'll be just fine. Be just fine. No big deal. No big deal. And Fernando Tatis, I don't know. All those signs point to steer clear. But you know what? I think Eric is the one that's saying, hey, if he comes back and he's a big performer, whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever. It's your picks. You can do whatever the fuck you want to with it. Speaking of which, now we're back. That pen that I told you, let's get into it. I had a few things that I wrote down. I did not really go through all of the stuff that you guys may whatever. I just kind of went through the first 6 rounds, and then I went through and I picked out a few other things. I know you guys are like, wow, what time do you have? Actually, I just wrote this down, just did it. I'm going to try to knock this podcast out. I'm already 5 minutes in. I hope to be done with this entire page of notes in less than 4 more minutes, so I can be done and have this thing posted and all that shit. But anyways, the first 2 rounds, 6 starting pitchers of 20 picks were picked. Also, 6 outfielders of 20 picks were picked. So then I was like, all right, so let me look at the first 6 rounds again, like I said. So here's the 6-round breakdown. Now, some of these positions obviously are dual eligible at other positions, and I still counted them as such. So obviously, if you go back, mathematicians out there, and you add this up, you're not going to come up with the number of. It's taking me a minute to actually add this up. It's 60. What the fuck? I suck at math, and that was the easiest damn one. 60 picks. Obviously, the numbers that I'm fixing to give you are more than 60 because they're at different positions. They have multiple positions. Anyways, in the first 6 round, 6 first basemen, 6 second basemen, 6 third basemen, 3 catchers, 8 shortstops, 15 outfielders, and 22 starting pitchers, and technically 1 relief pitcher were all picked in the first 6 rounds. So let's talk about the first. Really, I want to break down for one particular person. I mentioned it while the draft was going on. But my Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints and all that is holy, we let it happen again. We let it happen again. And I honestly think he needs therapy. But I started thinking about this morning. You motherfuckers need to find some more friends that like baseball, okay? Because clearly the people that I brought into this picture, either they're just, whatever. Y'all think that they're my BFF and they only want to trade with me, or you guys just, I don't know what it is. We need to recruit some people. We need to get Jordan G. Coletto. Nick, you need to talk to your brother, tell him to quit dicking around and come back into this league because he's a good competitor. We need to get Nick Pocanis back in here. We need to get people that play baseball. We need a 15-team league because this is some horse shit. And the reason this is horse shit is we got 10 fucking people playing. We've got a talent pool, and I will bring this up later, of some talent that's sitting out there. We got a talent pool that this motherfucking shark is just grabbing up. And meanwhile, the rest of us who are trying to have a well-balanced team to be competitive in both areas, this cocksucker named Christopher Walker over here goes ahead and grabs up, stay with me, Garrett Cole, Brandon Woodruff, Jacob deGrom, Sandy Alcantara, Justin Verlander, Carlos Rodon, Dylan Cease, Alek Manoah. Do you know why I read those in order? Because those were his first 8 picks. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gave you 6 rounds of everything that was taken. I said 22 starting pitchers were taken. Of the 22 starting pitchers that were taken, he took 8. 8. I mean, what the hell, dude? And then when you start to look at his roster, you're like, oh my God, man. It's like his batting is still damn near, can I say it, elite. And it's like, what in the hell are we doing, people? But then again, it's like some of us still picked some pretty good pitchers, but we all, I say we all, most of us, again, try to build a balanced staff of starting pitchers and all the other batting stats because they're out there. And here we go. Myself included. Rounds 1 and 2. End off with Mike Trout. Start with Freddie Freeman. I've got pitchers sitting out there. Who might be out there, you may ask? Brandon Woodruff. I didn't pick him. I thought it was better to go hitter. Nope. Sandy Alcantara, Justin Verlander, Carlos Rodon, all those pitchers were out there. But when you start to see the talent of batters, you're like, I don't know. But it's just, we got to get, you guys got to recruit some more people. We have to have a 15-team league at 12 at, minimum. This 10 shit is bullshit. I just can't do it anymore. I even wrote down, okay, so in round 3 is really when people started to say, holy shit, because we went for 5 starting pitchers of the 10 picks that we had. Because, shit, by round 2, hello, the first 2 rounds, 6 starting pitchers had already been picked. That douchebag had already taken the top 2. Well, yeah, the top 2. Well, 2 out of 5. 2 out of the top 5. Sorry. Garrett Cole and Brandon Woodruff. Most people are just trying to get 1 ace. This motherfucker's got 6. But I wrote it all down for anyway. So 4 starting pitchers in round 4, 2 in round 5, 4 and 6, 5 and 7, 4 and 8, 2 and 9, 3 and 10, 2 and 11. Yeah, I'm reading all this off because I wrote it down. 2 and 12, 4 and 13, 3 in 14, 2 in 15, 3 and 16, 3 and 17, 2 and 18, 1 and 19, 2 and 20, none in 21, 5 and 22, 3 and 23, and 4 and 24. People started panicking at the end. I got to get some fucking pitchers to compete against this guy. I've went over my 10-minute mark. Only 2 bats were taken in round 24 because I included relief pitchers. The last pitcher picked in our league was Shane Baz. Never heard of her. I wrote down some players that were steals, in my opinion. These are just my opinion. You guys can argue with me if you want to in the chat, but I'm just saying it's just my opinion. I only skimmed through it. I didn't dive deep into it, and I only wrote down a few. Number 1, Jose Altuve for me in 6th. Jose Altuve went 6 rounds. Ozzie Albies and Whit Merrifield went before him. Ozzie Albies and Whit Merrifield both were second to him in runs and home runs and batting average. But Whit Merrifield can steal some fucking bases. And he's got dual position eligibility. So again, I just wrote this down. It's in my opinion. No, I did not write any more down for me. Byron Buxton in the 7th inning. If that dude stays healthy, watch out. That's just me. Corey Seager. This was the first batter taken. The first batter for one Christopher Walker. Corey Seager. He's the 3rd best, based off of last year's stats, 3rd best shortstop last season in batting average. He's carried almost similar batting average numbers to Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, is like one of the highest batting average carrying first baseman. And we just let that dude just ride out Corey Seager. Why? Number 1, health, but number 2, because he went to Texas. Did anybody see the other moves that Texas is making? They're making a push. I don't know who their pitching staff is, though. You might know. Anybody want to throw some names out there of their pitching staff? Because they definitely went offensive heavy. Maybe they're trying to copy what the Braves did last year to win the World Series. Just get you a bunch of bats. Mitch Garver in the 19th. Mitch Garver. Bounce back year, maybe. good catcher, good numbers, power. Minnesota Twins, they put together a nice roster. He's going to drive in some runs if he stays healthy as well. And Luke Voigt rode out there in the 20th, picked up by Eric. Just a few. Now I'm going to get into some free agents that are still out there. Maybe you're looking at your roster and I'm like, I need some starting pitcher. Or I need maybe a second baseman or another outfielder. These are just some names. They interest me too. Why are they sitting out there? Why? Why is Adrian Hauser? Now I'm going to give you the pitchers. I didn't write down their stats. These are just a few pitchers. Look them up. It's homework. Adrian Hauser. Why is he still free agent? Pull up his numbers from last year. Kyle Gibson. Because he's old. His name's Kyle. What about Chris Flexen from the Seattle Mariners? I want to look into him. 150,000. I want to hold on to that. If you know your movies. Here's some batters. Robbie Grossman. He had 88 runs, 23 home runs, 67 RBIs, and 20 steals. You people want steals out there. That Detroit Tigers team is looking a little bit suspicious for some stats. Look at what Chris Bryant did last year, and then tell me why Robbie Grossman is out there. Look at what Tommy Edman did last year, and tell me why is Robbie Grossman still sitting on the bench? What about Adam Frazier? Why? Because he got moved to Seattle? He did what he did in Pittsburgh. Look at that dude's numbers. 83 runs, not a real power guy, 43 RBI, 10 steals, batted .305. Second base, outfielder? I don't know. Do you need him? What about Jonathan Schoop? Jonathan Schoop is like that meal that you eat, but you only eat like once every 6 months. And when you have it, you ask yourself one question. Why haven't I eaten this as often as I would love to? Because it is so good. I don't know what meal I'm talking about, but that's what I'm talking about. First base, second base eligible. This is what homeboy put up last season. 85 runs, 22 home runs, 84 ribbies, and he did it with a batting average of .278. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here, people? Jonathan Schoop. Look into him. Another pitcher you might want to look into, Tony Gonsolin. I think I said Adrian Hauser. These are just a few free agents. You might want to look at the free agent pool if you got some time. I know you guys do because you all take dumps. Eric, you take 4 dumps in 20 minutes. That's all I wrote down, people. I am glad baseball is back. I hate this fucking collective bargaining bullshit. I fucking hate it. I hate it for fans. I hate it for baseball. I hate it all around. I understand the purpose of it because I am in a union. But what I don't like is the fucking fuckery that goes on with it. The bullshit, length of time. What were y'all doing in the months after the World Series that the Braves won? What were you doing? What the fuck was anybody doing? Twiddling their motherfucking thumbs. This is the reason, by the way, that kids are not allowed. When I go live and it asks me the questions, can kids watch this? No, because of the language. But what the fuck, man? It's back. I have an idea of wanting to go to Tropicana Field. Going to watch the Braves play baseball in a chilly Atlanta this weekend. I'm super excited about it. I just have one final thing to say. Fuck you, Chris, and your bullshit. Why can't you just play like everybody else? Why you got to play by your own fucking rules? You're a dick. Congratulations on your fucking... Your ERA is probably going to be for like the first 6 weeks, like 0.08 or 0.83. That's what I'm going to say. And you'll probably have more fucking home runs because Josh Bell will just fuck you, man. Fuck you. That's enough about him. I feel like whatever. Keep Walker's name out your mouth because all it does is just build up his fucking big ass head. Screw you. Good luck, everybody. Week 1, here we come. End.